with the Boys in the Woods.
Woo! Welcome everybody to the Boys in the Woods podcast. Charles is back.
Shalom. Ni hao. Hola. Hello.
Good day.
Good day. Hello, everybody. Hello, Patrick. Hello, world. How are we today?
Fantastic. Got
Let's-
that little ticker at the bottom. Got the new little ticker.
at the bottom.
The ticker has
That's so
joined
cool.
us.
That's so cool. I love the ticker. Let me get my mobile keyboard out of the way. The 7-day concession. Let's start off with congratulating Spain, women's soccer Spain, on their 1-0 victory against England.
Nice.
I don't like to talk about England much unless I'm talking about planning on going over there and beating you in all of your ridiculous sports that I know I'm better than you at. But there is the scuttlebutt that women's soccer in England is on the rise. End quote.
Maybe it never left.
I didn't even know it was gone, to be honest
Right.
with you. To be fair, I just figured there was women's USA soccer, and then whoever we played against, and whoever didn't lose 2 games in a row all the way until the finals.
Yeah.
This will be interesting this will be interesting to watch. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know that women's soccer wasn't unwatchable before. If USA women's loses and they continue to lose, I'm not flying in today's market to go watch a women's soccer game. And if I'm in the area where I'm vacationing, I'm going to watch a women's soccer game. It's not that I have anything against women's soccer, but what pulls me towards it?
That's the whole thing with the WNBA wanting to expand too. There's just not if there's a market for it, yeah, go for it. Go ahead. But man, I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. There's a lot of women out there that want to watch it. There's a lot of men out there that want to watch it as well.
Dude, it just
Yeah,
we'll get that figure. Dude, I thought that was that filter, the one on the old TikTok
no.
shows where for those of you who are listening, so there's a live camera on the ticker feed, and somehow or another it just we'll blame it on the cat. We'll blame it on the cat.
Cat's not in a room. That was on me.
Oh,
I bumped it. I bumped it.
Baltimore, Oakland. Wow, Baltimore smashed Oakland 12-1. So, anywho, as we were saying, soccer is not taking over, but soccer is growing in the U.S. Football is growing in the U.S. If the MLS doesn't blow up with Messi, the MLS doesn't belong, and something will take its place.
Right.
And then MLS will lose its name, and the new thing will be the MLS 2.0, whatever they're going to call it then. It's rich people with money. But what can happen, I guess, because I don't know, but what can happen to make you go buy a plane ticket to watch women's soccer that isn't the World Cup?
There's not enough teams. So you'd have to be a diehard soccer fan.
You'd have to be a diehard soccer fan.
Yeah.
So if Wisconsin gets a team, and if they already have a team and we just don't know about it.
I don't believe so, but
I don't believe so.
Is there enough fat on that bone, enough meat? Though you've got the Brewers, you've got the Bucks, you've got all these minor league baseball teams. Are they going to be bigger than those to be able to get the fan base? I think that's where you fight. You fight for that income, that money, the monetary value. It has to be there. Otherwise, it's like pissing in the wind.
Madison to be home to Wisconsin's first professional. Wisconsin will soon join the ranks of the elite women's soccer with the state's first professional team set to kick off in 2025.
Here's the kicker. Why women's and not men's?
Do we have a men's and we just don't know about it?
No,
I mean,
there's not an MLS team in Wisconsin.
I know,
There's a semi-pro team,
yeah,
but I don't believe there's a
there is
professional
not.
team.
There is not. But now here's the kicker. We have these sweet little press passes.
We do, and I do believe we can get into most college events and anything that doesn't need top-notch security or something. Anyway, the NFL did turn Charles and I down for their scrutinizing our Boys in the Woods podcast for not having enough sports, apparently. So there's that.
Interesting.
We'll get there. We're not a news outlet. We're not going to be able to get that number, that A+ cred. We don't have a television show or a dedicated news person. So
Yeah. But yet, who knows?
that doesn't turn us down from coming to the front door with our press passes and trying to get in. It just means that we can't get into the war room, which to say would be like where Fox News and all these places go. Could we get in and possibly get into the locker room and be the last ones in, scrounging around for scraps? Sure. Maybe we can get Anders Carlson
Hey,
or someone. Maybe we can get people on the way out. You never know.
it's morphing into something specific.
Yes.
It's in a cocoon. I'm excited to see what butterfly appears.
Sure. I don't believe baseball is as strict with this as the NFL. The NFL is a much bigger monster, which probably makes it more difficult.
I don't think we're going to have too much trouble, though. Here's the kicker. We'll get back to the soccer thing here in a second because I really do. But who do you listen to for sports that doesn't piss you off? Barstool. Specifically, it's got to be a podcast at this point.
Yes, Barstool.
It's not the worldwide leader.
No.
They just ram random shit down your throat.
No, and it's people who have a dedicated opinion that's not always the norm. It's a little off touch with reality, sometimes a little kiddie, a little funny, a little jokey, a little piss, a little shit, little fuck, whatever. A little bit of curse words.
Yeah.
Why can't that voice be us?
Absolutely. I agree. And it very well could be, will be. But my most curious thing with it, though, is I just don't understand. They're just like, we don't want it to be that way. The more you don't want it to be that way, it's going to be that way. That is fucking human beings. I'm surprised. I think I've called it a few times a society of hot stovers.
Sure. Yeah. Don't touch.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you find out that stove was hot? You fucking touched it. I promise you, many people told you not to.
You burnt them. You burnt those digits way too many fucking times, didn't you, you little shithead?
So,
well, that's the thing, though. It's not they don't want it to be the narrative that it is a podcast that takes over news and sports media. But as far as things are going right now, that's the way things are it's leaning that way for sure. 100%.
Right.
Absolutely.
The Washington Commanders, they're going to start Sam Howell.
Yeah, I did see some of this.
Yeah, so that's
interesting. Very interesting
to watch. Vin Diesel confirms that Fast X is the first chapter of a trilogy.
Oh, good Lord. So is he going to be like 60 by the time this is all said and done or what? Mandy's probably super freaking pumped about that. I think the guy's name is Mark in real life. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah. The Yankees are on pace for last place for the first time since 1990.
Nice. Let's hear it for the Yankees.
Well done, Yankees. The cheapest tickets to see Messi at the Nashville game, $648.79.
Good Lord.
And the biggest just hooker in the NBA, James Harden, reportedly offered by the Saudi League $900 million. So now you tell me why he wants out of Philadelphia so bad. And you tell me why those relationships are never going to be fixed. At $900 million, ain't nobody in the NBA paying that dude $900 million. He is leaving the NBA. He doesn't care how.
Yeah.
But this is my hot take right now. We have seen the last of the James Harden in the NBA. And you could go to your worldwide leader to watch him play in Saudi because you'll get random ass clips from him there.
Yes, he will be going and playing in Saudi, and they'll call him Hard Jesus.
Yeah.
Hard
He'll
Messiah.
He'll be
A
the
hard
Ronaldo
Messiah.
of the hardwood floor.
Yes.
The hardwood pitch. He'll be the Ronaldo of the hardwood pitch. I could see it. It's going to be all over the sky. He'll be on the Dubai building from bottom to top twice a week.
Let's go Tigers.
That'd be hilarious.
Take those Cubbies out.
Yeah, we do actually need the Tigers to beat the Cubs.
Yes.
Well, we're 3 games ahead.
The Tigers are hot again. They just swept the Guardians, didn't they? Or no, they won the series.
They won the series. Yeah.
Won the series, yeah.
Playoff push? Question mark. Why'd you get rid of Michael Lorenzo then?
That's cut salary at the end of the year. They didn't think they were going to be in it to win it. They got hot. What are you going to do? I don't believe they're I don't believe they're sellers though. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree. How do these people make so much money sitting in those front offices?
No.
You can literally grab almost anybody off of a podcast at this point, and they would do a better job than, say, Brian Cashman.
Yeah, it's true.
If you started watching the Yankees in, let's just say 2009, 2010, 2009. No, because they haven't been to the World Series in 15 years. They haven't been to the World Series in 15 years. So if you started watching the Yankees when Brian Cushman took over,
yeah,
I think you would have seen 2 World Series. Or he did well in those first couple of years, or those first handful of years, but I can't remember the stat. Maybe it was 2000 or maybe it was 2004. I think Shohei Ohtani was 4. So when Shohei Ohtani was 7 or 9, when he was actually getting into baseball, like two World Series, and they haven't been there in 15 years. But I know that feeling, though, as a Pistons fan. We haven't won a playoff game in 15 years.
It's true.
So
I do believe this is the year that's going to change, though. I do believe that. I do believe they're going to at least win a playoff game this year. I do believe they will make the playoffs this year as the 8th seed. Take it to the bank right now.
That's going to be tough. As the 8th seed, we're going to be playing Milwaukee, Boston.
I said they're going to win a playoff game. I said they're going to make the playoffs as an 8th seed. I said take it to the bank right now. I didn't say series. I said they're going to win a playoff game.
I know that. I'm still serious. I know you meant a game. You know what? I'll give them a play-in win.
Yes, you do forget that they have to play in.
They play in, and they have the in-series tournament now.
Yeah, they're in that as well.
So if they win one of those, does that count as a playoff win? Because the tournament is a playoff atmosphere.
No, I'm calling 8th seed play-in game winner to play the number 1 seed, which probably is going to be Boston.
Okay, so the play-in game is a playoff game.
Correct.
So that is our first playoff win in 15 years.
And technically, that's a series clincher because that is a play-in game.
That would be the Detroit way. So that would be the Detroit way.
Yes, backdoor your ass into the freaking playoffs.
Backdoor our ass into the playoffs. We can silence the crowd with a series win. Oh, man. What is it, 11 days until college football? 11 days until college football. That is awesome. Sports radio around Appleton and Green Bay area is quite sick and tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers. And I'm excited about that.
With all the Boston cacks in their mouth.
Boston cacks.
Wisconsin
will soon join the ranks of elite women's soccer with the state's first professional team just set to kick off in 2025. Forward Madison FC announced it had secured rights.
Do they have a website where they're asking for names?
Right now, I'm just reading this from the Wisconsin Public Radio.
Bummer. I was hoping so.
Yep. Forward Madison Football Club announced it had secured rights in the USL Super League team Tuesday, with plans to play at Breezy Stevens Field in Madison. The nearly 100-year-old stadium is already home to a Division III USL League One men's soccer team, which had its inaugural season in 2019. Vern Stenman is the president of Big Top Sports and Entertainment, which manages Forward Madison FC and the Madison Mallards. At a Tuesday press conference, he said, "Plans to bring women's soccer to Madison, we have been in the works for years. We think the potential of this league and the community of this state is significant and something that we can really build an interesting national and internationally known story right here at Breeze Stevens Field."
I like that field name. I like that field name.
I like it too. I say you and I will dig more into this. We'll reach out to whoever we have to.
Absolutely.
Madison was chosen as the home for professional women's volleyball team. What? Professional Volleyball League picks Madison for team and community investment.
Nice.
So Madison is getting professional women's soccer and they have a professional volleyball league. Did we know?
Oh man,
this?
No, I did not know that.
I did not know this
interesting.
either.
Very interested in this.
League One volleyball, LOVB.
Yes, I do have
announced Thursday morning.
Nice. Yes,
2024.
Yeah, 2024. Oh, we could get down there next year.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking that 2024 is going to be our year.
I think so too. We're gonna be up front, ready. We'll see.
Ready to roll.
It's gonna be bad, good. Huh. Crazy. Oh, there's a lot going on there. So, did you catch the baseball bats that the professional baseball players were using at the Little League World Series?
You showed me one beautiful bat. I got to see one beautiful bat. Should we tell everybody about this beautiful bat?
Yeah. So, if you have not heard by now, because it is just the bee's knees, and we have it up here on the screen. So, if you haven't heard it or hearing for the first time and would like to see it, you can go to our YouTube or either one of our wonderful channels following Boys in the Woods 906 or Boys in the Woods anything. The Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals played in the Field of Dreams game, and Bryson Scott's number 2 pencil bat. So this bat wasn't painted. Actually, the bat company, it starts with a V. I heard it on the radio earlier today. It's a fantastic story. But actually made this bat to look this way, hit and all. So
nice.
Now sports fans or baseball fans around are begging the MLB to allow this to happen. So I guess my question with it would be I don't think it's going to be an everyday thing.
No, it's like maybe like a 4th of July or a celebratory thing, some kind of
like a my cause, my cleats thing that the NFL does.
Absolutely, yeah.
But as a fan, and I really enjoy it, with there being 182 games instead of just the, what is it now, 18 games or some shit, 17 games.
Yeah,
17 games. So with the 17 game schedule, I understand the whole 1 week thing, but with 182 games, could we do this for the causes that are already established in the MLB? So, you know, like the breast cancer. So the breast cancer. Yeah, absolutely. So during the breast cancer month, you can have breast cancer bats, more than just a pink bat. You're already allowed the pink bat, but it's, you could have the logo of a hospital that does research for all this cancer stuff.
Like Brewers could have Bell and Health or something all over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Or Gruber office has one call. That's all.
Gruber, we're available. I heard you guys have $1 million used for advertising, so you could spend a little bit of that on Boys in the Woods podcast.
Gruber office has one call. That's all. The fucking Sigmund Jansen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I would love to see it. I would love to see it
Yeah.
more in the MLB. I hope it stays. I hope it stays. Although
Yeah.
I should look more into it too, because I'm curious on how it just popped up. Did the baseball players just go, "Yo, can we do this?" And the coach was like, "Yeah," and the MLB didn't say anything about it yet.
I guess. All right, here you go. Have at her.
Because on the other side, I guess there would have to be some kind of regulations. You go up there with a neon bat and just swing that shit around, it's gonna distract somebody.
Well, I'm sure that all this stuff has to go through the equipment managers and has to get pre-approved ahead of time. It's pretty common. I was actually surprised when you said there was a pencil because I was like, isn't that a distraction? A big old pink knob coming at you.
Right.
The pink bat is something that they've been doing for years. This isn't something
Right.
new. But man, this dude looks like he's chucking a pencil at you. Fuck.
It's a real
Yeah.
pencil, dude.
Yeah.
And there was like 8 other ones too. There was a bunch of different ones. They looked really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing too. I wanted to say this in the beginning. I said I didn't.
Yeah.
Zhang Weili defeats Amanda Lemons. And when I say defeats, the strike count was Zhang 296, Amanda 26.
She wouldn't get no swings in. Just
How did,
ba 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 ba. Boom boom boom.
who the hell okayed that fight?
She got her ass whooped, eh?
At what point were you like while watching it? Were you just, oh my God, stop this?
I bet you if you put that in slow motion, it would even look bad.
Oh my God.
So how many rounds did that end up going?
Oh, let's.
You're like, I hope not 10, because
That
that's
seems
two
like
point.
5 to get to 296 strikes. You would think.
But dude, how many strikes is that? That's 5. So she landed like 6, fucking less than 6 a freaking round strikes.
Around, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you've got to think because of. I'm skimming through it real quick.
Some of them combos that they would land back in the day were like 10 or 12 at a pop.
Right.
Ah,
How many rounds?
It's watch. It's going to be some like crazy stat. Like she went 11 rounds and threw 27 punches.
Survey says.
Say, does it let you down? Does it let you down? It's letting you down.
Oh, it's always letting me down.
AI always letting you down.
Earnings are about 1.8 million.
That's just, see, that blows my mind that they can even make that amount of money. That's why I don't want to get into it. A lot of people have said this before in the past that sports fights are, it's all about just pay-per-view. It has nothing to do about who they care wins. Selling the fight.
I used to watch UFC fights often, and I would pay for the pay-per-views.
Do you want to? Can I give you my take before you lay into me for my opinion? My opinion is go back to the way it used to be back when before Buster Douglas and all these guys. If you didn't win, you didn't get shit. You got you get 5% of the cut if you don't win, and you need to see people out there trying again.
Oh yeah,
trying their asses off.
I agree, absolutely. So that's my thing too. So the last pay-per-view fight I paid for, was a Ronda Rousey fight.
Yeah,
and it was that fight she won in 15 seconds.
Oh, the kick? Was that the kick, or was that the undercut? Might have been the uppercut.
I think it was the uppercut. It was the uppercut. I was so pissed off. I promise you, I can't remember because it was just hype all night long. And I was like, man, I don't know. These fights have been weird. You haven't been getting your money's worth. You get so much more watching it for free, and then you could just catch the clips online afterwards. And you hate to say it like that, but then fucking Ronda goes out there and just 15 seconds, boom, it's over, and the pay-per-view's over. And now you got to catch Sports Center to watch the end of the winning, and you're like, what the fuck?
There was
never paying for one of these again.
Yeah, there was a men's fight that went like that too. It was super quick.
Yeah. Now, paying to go to one, I'm in.
That was probably a party.
Yes, I'm going to go. I hope to go to one anyways. We'll see what happens.
Do
We're
you
going to
think?
Vegas in February,
Oh,
the 18th through the 24th.
make sure you bring that press pass with you when you go out
Yeah.
there.
I'm going to. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to. But we're going to be headed out there. So every sports team in America at this point is in Vegas. So I plan on getting quite a few T-shirts.
Put a little bit of money poo down on a sporting event in February, possibly the Super Bowl. Or are you going out? Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, February depends on when you go in February because Super Bowl's like the 10th or something.
It's
Ooh, when
18th
is
through
the
the
Super Bowl?
24th.
Ooh, I don't know when the Super Bowl is. I think it's way before that. Yeah. You can always put your money down and pick it up when you get there.
Back. Sunday, February 12th.
So the week
Super
after
Bowl
the Super Bowl,
2023.
you'll probably still see some dudes out there lounging around after they win. They like to stay in Vegas for about a week.
No, I'm glad I'm not going to be there during Super Bowl week. Are you kidding me?
It's gonna be so freaking hectic. That would be nuts.
It's going to be, you know what?
It's gonna be nuts the week leading up. Yeah,
Is it going to be nuts regardless?
Probably. People are crazy
with everything there. It's got basketball, soccer, baseball, football, football. That's crazy. That's just crazy right there. So
while you were at the wedding, you probably didn't catch any of the Packer game, but I caught something from the Packer game that I wanted to bring up to you that I thought was incredibly interesting. Now,
shoot for the moon.
The Packers were running an offensive set that I had not seen since we had a mobile quarterback behind center. And he also was a very light-footed man back in the day. But it was Michael Vick, or not Michael Vick. Who do we bring in from Texas? He was there for one season as a backup. Vince Young.
Oh, yeah, Vince Young.
When Vince Young came in, they had a package in there for him. Why did I say Michael Vick? Edit that shit out of there. Anyway, Vince Young, when we had Vince Young as a quarterback, he came in the preseason, and this reminded me of him. Love took off like he was going to pitch it outside.
Yeah.
And that Williams did a little stunt where he reversed back, and Love did the old and I think it went for 15 or 20 yards. It was a beautiful play. Something that I know that Aaron flippin' Rodgers could not have accomplished.
Well, they're talking about the connections between him and Musgrave also growing.
Sure. I can see it.
There was a pass, there was a play that it was breaking down. Love was going to his right, and he threw the ball on Musgrave's back left shoulder. I think it was an incomplete pass, but man, just that sequence and to watch it, it's promising.
Yeah, for
Jordan Love is promising.
If anything, they're going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. You feel bad for the Buffalo Bills because as a Packer fan, especially over the last 10 years, expectation it weighs heavy, not only on the players but the fans. I can't tell you how many times I tried to make myself feel better at the start of the season because it just didn't feel like we were going to get the Super Bowl, but the hype was always Super Bowl, and it made everything so much more disappointing. And this year is new. We got a bunch of young kids with a few veterans, and they got nothing to lose. They're going out there to leave it all on that grass.
Yeah,
or artificial turf, depending on where we are.
Their expectations every year, just even now that they have them, the Allen is over the top. So it's like them having their own version of Aaron Rodgers now, but they still have that in the back of their mind that we're Super Bowl losers. We're always second place. Kiss your sister. That's what they always believe.
Dude, you know what really pisses me off right now?
Aaron
what the hell does not enough sports mean?
I've never heard this. Is this a hashtag? What the fuck?
What the fuck? does not enough sports mean? If you talk about sports for 5 fucking seconds, you're talking about sports. What does not enough sports means? We want to cover the Green Bay Packers. What do you mean not enough sports?
Okay, I understand. I see where this anger is coming from. It's blowing off the top here. So this email that we got was more or less telling us that we're not a legitimate sports news station. Like, we're not a radio station, a television station. A podcast technically doesn't fall under any of those things, because even Barstool and Joe Rogan and all these people, yes, that's just a press pass. So here's the issue. That gets you in the door to go and do these things. You still, at the end of the day, have to be accredited with a newspaper.
But
who accredits
them?
The media.
But what makes them more media than us?
I'm thinking just time. Like, they're grandfathered in. Like the Milwaukee Journal, the Green Bay Gazette. They're grandfathered in. It wouldn't matter who they hired. That person's going to get their press credentials, and they're going to be able to go out and interview people. We can also go out and interview people. We could submit it to TV6 or to Fox 11. But here's the thing. They're going to audit and edit everything that we fucking do. That's why we're independent.
I understand all of that. No, and I understand. And the reason I was showing the press thing is that somebody who at that fucking place and the editor in chief down in Florida looked at our shit and went, hell yeah, they're press worthy. Right.
Yeah.
Boom. Bottom line. That's all I care about. Right. We're press worthy. The NFL comes back and goes, you guys don't cover enough sports.
But that's only for their website. That didn't block us from going to an NFL game and getting in. That is just for access to their website.
I understand that.
So basically, that was just so that we could use their resources. From what I read, that was just for their resources. That was not for us. That was not them turning us down for our credentials. And I did send a follow-up email to them and did not hear back, asking specifically what you just said. What do we need to become certified? This podcast wants to become part of the NFL media for the Green Bay Packers moving forward. End quote. Whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll find out. I'm sure we'll get an email. I reached out to the Mize agency and out of Green Bay, and we'll see what they got to say. They've had our information for a while here. They actually sponsor a ton of podcasters and people around the Green Bay area. One of them is Amon Green, I believe. So
that dude's so cool.
It's
and all of that. Listen, dude, we coasting, we cruising, everything's going great. Yeah. None of that was even on the table. It was seriously just, we were sitting here, and then I'm like, wait a minute, like we normally do. We usually talk about sports for the first 30 minutes of the podcast, and then we go off on either a 10 to 15 minute rant about something that lasts about 25 minutes because something on the internet ends up being sweet.
And I'm like, what moments.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck do they mean by not enough sports? That was just it, the foundation of it.
And if tomorrow you haven't had enough, we didn't get to talk too much about baseball, but tomorrow coming up, we've got Janelle from Crowding the Plate podcast, and we're going to be talking the Big P playoff push for the Major League playoffs.
That'll be fantastic. We even had Cal Ripken Jr.'s son on the podcast. What the hell do they mean not enough sports? They got to be just special.
We had one of the most legendary baseball players' sons of all time on his podcast, and he told us some fantastic facts.
We started our entire life with Jim Brandstatter.
Woo! I don't know.
What the fuck do they mean not enough sports?
Apparently, we veered off a little bit to the left.
Do they just chop up sports like Coke and just snort
sports?
Because they fucking suck at it anyways. Like they're not. It's the only thing we have. What are you gonna do? Go listen to Colin Cowherd, whose life quote is, "I don't have to be accurate. I just have to be interesting."
Here's the thing. I would absolutely love it if HBO picked this up for some kind of Hard Knocks, like every week, just tell it how it is, pre-game comedy fucking bullshit, and we just got to say our piece and got to like interview players, ex-players, people who have a little bit of a insight, but a little bit of a gripe with the NFL, the way things are ran, but just allow them to have a voice and no editing, no bleep it out, unedited, unscripted, just like we said.
My big question: you're not allowed to have a monopoly.
No, you're not allowed to have one.
You're
Absolutely
not allowed to have a monopoly.
No.
How is the NFL not a monopoly?
Don't pass go, don't collect $200, go fuck yourself. That's what the NFL has been doing for years. And here's another thing. Disney got their little grubby fingers on it with ESPN too. And that Pat McAfee, boo on you,
Disney
September 5th or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Not a fan.
Here's the kicker. People like Jim Rome, Colin Cowherd, unfortunately now Pat McAfee.
Yep.
And there's a handful of others on that list.
Yeah.
I just don't listen to them anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. They're gone. They've got a script they have to follow. It's not real. It's not. It is what it is.
It's
not my TV. I watch TNT and shit like that.
But nothing against Pat none of those guys for getting your bag. Take your money. Absolutely 100%. Good for you. But guess what? You just lost probably 30 to 40% of your fan base.
A whole bunch more. Really, here's the thing. The only way to dethrone these types, how do you get into the bars? You have to get on the bar. You have to get on the sports bar TVs. You have to get into there, because no matter what, their ratings are coming from. You can be pissed off at something somebody says, and like 5,000 people can turn the channel, but there's 57,000 bars with the same channel on all day long, 24/7. So it doesn't matter.
Want me to say it? Boys in the Woods podcast will be on top. Coyote ugly in the shit out of that bar, freaking pouring shots down your throat, freaking doing sports, unedited, unconventional podcasting.
Unfortunately,
2024
with FC rules, the unfiltered has to stay on the radio. And it actually has to stay on the internet.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Spotify can pick us up anytime now.
Yeah. The people we piss off are just too loud.
I apparently pissed off somebody with the whole Dwayne Haskins thing, and I never seen anything where a human being passes away and people start ripping on the family, ripping things apart. I don't care who he played for, whatever. They're tearing him down as a player. The guy only played a full season in the NFL and never had an opportunity. The fact that you're ripping on him because he had 12 touchdowns and 14 career interceptions, these people are monsters out there when it comes to this stuff. Like I care about people, man. I'm not out there trying to harass some guy's family, but that's what these people are doing, and it pissed me off. Just saying.
That's crazy. Oh, dude, I would jump on that shit too, man. Fuck that. Yeah, no. Yeah. Ugh. How do you even?
How can you speak on a dead man's name? You speak ill.
I guess I just chalk that up to one of those things where I can't put into a perspective mindset because I would never do it.
Here's the thing, too. They had 0 posts on Instagram, so they're fake accounts. They're burner accounts. Whatever.
Those burner accounts are, man. To infringe on some burner account rights.
I'm sure you've ran into a few of them on Twitter. Yeah.
Yes, I do all the time. Many people get either a plant or a kick rocks from me comments.
So
dude, you can keep scrolling. Like, you don't have to talk to me.
Can YouTube please explain to me why Charles's beautiful video where he talks about the New York Jets sucking cacks boomed to 168 views on YouTube in less than 28 minutes and then just magically stopped? And I can tell you that why, because you said cacks.
Yeah, I did too.
He said cacks. It is fantastic. It gets to a certain point where it's tagged with ESPN as a hashtag. And I believe this solely, that ESPN has something in there in YouTube's algorithm because it's Disney, and they block certain things once they get to a certain point so they don't go viral. Because it gets to a certain point every time. And then all of a sudden it's like that. And I'm like, You can't tell me. And the other one, there was another one with where we talked about Greeny, and that one
Yeah.
did the same thing. That one hit 155, and it had ESPN, and it went back down again. I don't care. We're not making money off this, but I think it's absolutely hilarious that you're trying to stop the Boys in the Woods from freaking becoming popular. It is funny.
Yeah.
It is absolutely funny to me.
Yeah.
Good for you. You can't stop the choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
All right. So normally we do this random facts thing, right?
I want you to tomorrow pick up some random baseball facts and
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of those.
let's see
Yeah.
if Janelle can pick some of those. She's a huge St. Louis Cardinal fan, so definitely pick out some Cardinal facts and let's see if she can beat Charles.
Our family baseball trip next year.
Yeah.
This time next year is in St. Louis, Missouri. We're going to catch the Brewers versus St. Louis.
You can get all the information from her because I believe she lives in Illinois, so she definitely has been to the old St. Louis Arches.
Yeah. I'm really excited about the food, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the ribs and the brisket and the barbecue. St. Louis.
Super excited. So when I went to the Bing to search for these random facts, my mind slipped, and instead I Googled, or I'm sorry, Binged, "Take me somewhere random." And the very first, there's just so much random shit right now. Holy shit. All right. So, like earthroulette.com. All right. We might do that one instead. Now, something I'm going to tell you guys to go do, though, right? If you're out there listening, is the uselessweb.com. All right. We've got absolutely nothing to do with this website. I went to take me somewhere random, hit enter, and the first thing was the uselessweb.com. I've clicked this website twice. The first time I got to a random Sudoku website, and the second time I got to a book website. And the very first book was "I've outwitted a squirrel more ways than there are pages in this book." So I'm going to click on it one more time. Oh, now we're at a maze toy game. That's the daily mini maze toys. Okay, we're going to get back to optical toys, sliding rainbows, kaleidoscopes. This is optical.toys. So you just float around the internet randomly.
Just bouncing around, just checking shit out.
LongDodgeChallenge.com. Your dodge is wow long. You have collected 8 wows. Wow. So this entire website is just scrolling down. Your dodge is much wow long, and I've collected 148 wows. I'm just scrolling. You know what? I didn't want to have to do this.
Is this Dr. Seuss? What the fuck is this?
No, I am about to. It's the long dodge challenge. I am now sharing this with the world, and I'm just scrolling down, collecting dodges. Your dodge is long. Is very long, much wow long. You have collected 300 wows, and you've collected 3 large wows. Oh, there's another large wow. Woo!
Somebody has a lot of fucking time on their hands.
God. Why am I doing this? Watch me make this. YouTube, Twitch. I can just keep going and going and going and going. Wow, very long. Much wow long. 6 large wows. 700. Can I just do the down arrow? Oh yeah.
Wow long dong you have. Nice.
I was doing the wheel. Now I'm tired. Okay, so I'm going to go to 1,000 wows. Let's see what happens at 1,000 wows. We're at 729.
But you should just do this on TikTok Live, and I bet you people would just lose their shit.
They lose their shit. I found this on the uselessweb.com.
Bookmark this page because we might have to do this for a TikTok Live. I just want to see how many people.
Dude, I'll sit here for an hour, bro. I'll sit here for an hour.
And you'll just comment 1,000 wows. 1,000. I just hit 1,000 wows.
Dodge Prime is inactive. I just hit 1,000 wows. 10 large, 1,000 wows. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. But Dodge Prime is inactive. I don't even know what that means. But you know what? Yeah, we're saving this website.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anyways, that was fun. All right, so back to
The Boys in the Woods podcast is up to 1.8 thousand views.
It's-
Hello.
oh my god. All right, but this one seems cool. Earthroulette.com. I'm gonna click on this and
It's looking
then
at, is it flat Earth?
okay,
Flat Earth roulette?
yes. Okay,
Spinny
so
spin.
we're gonna we stand with Ukraine. Please support Ukraine and its people from earthroulette.com.
Oh,
Boys in the Woods
estás?
podcast does nothing political. Does nothing
No,
political.
you all
Okay,
do
so
you.
want to travel, but don't know where to go. Fear no
I
more, my
do.
confused wanderer. Push the
Where are we
button and
going?
inspire yourself.
Honolulu, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
We need to
kidding me?
go.
They're on fire.
No, Maui's on fire.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Honolulu.
Honolulu's fine.
Many prayers to Maui.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we could have went anywhere in the world, and I'm upset. The first place is Honolulu, United States. All right, let's do 5. We're gonna do 5 clicks and pick the best ones. The first one was Honolulu.
Right. Vans.
Vanas, France. There we go.
Français?
We could go get
Français
places to eat, bro. Look at the
Oh man,
places
what's
to eat,
that?
bro.
What's that one down here in the middle? This one doesn't seem like it's too great.
What right here?
What the ratings? The green thing. What's the one that says
yeah.
bad? What's this kind of negative one that's under half here? What's this one say?
Okay, third row, middle.
Yeah,
Nightlife, gambling, diving.
diving.
Wildlife and safari,
Yes.
waterfalls, and natural wonders.
No, it's probably poopy there.
But you could get this website has cheap flights right from Green Bay. It's crazy. It knows close to where I am. A travel guide, facts. What can I see in Venice? No, absolutely not.
I'm surprised that your fucking browser.
I'm still on it, dude. I'm still on it because because the site is secure. I'm not going to give it.
Let's try another one before we pick this one.
Yeah. Karumba, Australia.
Shut up, Nick. Katoomba.
What up, Nick? Karumba. The only places.
Look at this. Look, it's got boom, boom at the top, and then it starts to get
hiking, photography, waterfalls and nature, sightseeing, camping activities, kid-friendly, wildlife and safari, budget-friendly, cycling.
Kid-friendly, unless you go out to the bush with the snakes.
Karumba. That was our third click. Let's go to our.
Looks like the Grand Canyon a little bit.
Burma.
Ooh,
doesn't seem to have. I mean,
are they setting their own ratings here? It seems like they're doing it. Yeah, it's like Bangladesh.
Ooh,
that was nice.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Some hot air balloons. You go hang out over. Yeah, it looks a giant bell. Actually, whatever the hell that was.
Bagan is famous. Bagan is famous for its stunning temples and pagodas. Neat. All right, click number 5. Here we go. Fethe, Turkey.
I feel like this one is going to be more spiritual. This one seems like Turkey's kind of in the old world.
I don't know about Turkey. I'm gonna have to. So, when I was playing in the sandbox as a much younger version of myself.
How much is Turkey flights though? I just want to see this. What does it say there for best flight available?
Let's see.
I'm gonna say. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna off top of my head. I'm gonna say $12.75 one way.
Yeah. $12.75 one way.
Yeah. I'm gonna say about $2,500 round trip. Just because I don't believe this has a airport in this town.
The screen share isn't going to continue on to the next one, but skyscanner.com. I'm going to get a whole bunch of fucking spam. I'm telling you, I'm going to get fucking spam. I'm going to get fucking spam out the ass. What? Yeah.
Get it.
So, you know what we do? We do this. Control C. And then we go to Priceline Negotiator.
Gonna get the best deal. Priceline, pick us up.
Priceline negotiator. Where to? Control V. They. All right, knock it off. Departing from Green Bay, Wisconsin to
Oh yeah. I bet you there's gonna be
Bay,
like 6 connecting flights on this bad boy.
Turkey. All right, well,
Turkey.
we can get to add Dan Turkey. Let's say we're leaving this time next month on a Wednesday, and we'll come
Sure,
back that
yeah.
following week on a Wednesday.
You're not gonna want to fly on a Friday. Yeah, make it a
No,
Wednesday.
nobody fucking flies on a fucking Friday, man. You're crazy.
No.
All right, Wednesday, September 21st to Wednesday, September 27th. We're heading to Fateh, Turkey.
Turkey.
And I promise you I'm saying that wrong, but it sounds way better when it's
If
Fateh, Turkey.
you're from Fateh, Turkey, tell us.
Ooh, $2,209 round trip. 2,000, so 1,100 one way. You weren't that far off.
I was over.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
over.
I don't win the trip.
All right, well, let's bring another contestant down. Joey, you're the next contestant on Where in the World Are We Going.com.
Ah.
Joey?
Sorry,
your time is up. Boop, 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 boop. The phone number was there. You could have called in, Joey. Turns out pre-recorded shows don't work that well.
No. Oh, the number's still available. It's out there.
Yeah, so okay, $2,200 from Green Bay. You can fly from Green Bay to Fateh, Turkey for $2,200.
Nice. That seems awful pricey, but what are you gonna do?
Honestly, I bet 100% of everything I have, if we were to drive to fucking Toronto and fly out of Toronto, it would be like $600.
Yeah. Wow, that's an international airport too, so that makes a big difference. I bet you even Minneapolis probably would make a difference.
Watch this. It's international. It's just international flights out of fucking the United States, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Departing from Toronto. Oh shit. Toronto not. That's so funny. Priceline wants to know your location. Well, if you would just stop clicking all of those. Oh yeah, to add Dan Turkey. This is unreal. I must just have too much going on up here. Hold on. All right. $813, dude.
Damn.
That's find your flight. Let me just double check it because there was all these random small numbers, but yeah, on the map. So from Toronto, and it's on a fucking Saturday or Thursday. It's on a Thursday. Round trip $1,425.
Yeah.
So it's $713.50 per way.
Damn. That's not bad.
For no reason at all. Let's do Chicago, Illinois. And then we could probably call her a day because now we're just sitting here rambling and it's
Yeah.
So from Chicago, which is an international airport, right? Yeah. Wow.
Chicago, all flights are expensive.
No, dude, it's $1,246.
Chicago's a bigger airport, so
Chicago wants you.
I guess that makes sense, right?
It'd be a 7-hour and 40-minute trip. It's one stop.
Damn.
We leave at 9:10 p.m. and arrive at 1:05 a.m. 7 hours later.
Wow, that is because
man.
that is because they aren't they behind us?
Yeah, plus 2
Yeah.
hours or some shit. There's 1 seat left. Bro, how many people are on this flight? Where did
That's the thing. They probably are going to other places too. It's not just Turkey. That's a connecting flight probably to Iraq or to Iran or Afghanistan even.
There's 1 flight. There's
Is
1 stop.
Israel isn't Israel pretty close to Turkey too? That makes sense that they would fly in there possibly. I don't know. I don't know enough about the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know less and less every day when I look at a map. But flat earthers,
Is it
fuckers.
real?
It's
Well,
real. When I look at it on a map, it shows it's flat. I guess it's flat. I don't know if it's flat. Maybe it's flat.
so to end this though, the wedding was
Bomb.
beautiful. It was
That-
just fantastic.
It looked like it. I
Everybody.
was trying to follow it a little bit, but I didn't want to get a little too personal. I thought it was beautiful. It looked great. Pictures
it
look
was
fantastic.
Yeah, oh, it was so fun. Fuck, it can't be too personal. It's on the internet, bro. But and even more so
Good.
too. So the bride's family is all over the world. As I was
Yeah.
talking to the father,
Yeah.
Argentina, Sweden, Germany. There's 3 other ones that I want to say, but I cannot remember how to say them correctly or really even where they are. So I'm sure I'm just picking shit out the alphabet at that point.
Beautiful bilingual families.
Yeah, but it's so they were live streaming it on Facebook, so it was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gave a sermon to the world this weekend. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I got to listen a little bit. I liked it.
Did you? Oh man,
Yes.
I did. On their behalf, I did get to read a really nice poem by Hawktone or some shit like that. Andrew Hawktone. It was it was fun. And I was talking with the wife, and I'm like, I want to do this. I said, I might want to do this more. And she goes, yeah, I think we'd be really good. I think we could do 2 weddings a year. And I'm like, no, I want to be a pastor. I said, I want to talk to the world.
I think this kind of really helped a lot. Like
I
this,
know
like,
it did.
it did.
Yeah.
You're way more comfortable on a microphone around an audience now.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. And it went so nice. But
yeah.
the funniest part, I'm telling you, I love her so much. So I saw fucking moose on the way down. All right. I don't care what anybody else says. I've seen moose a lot. Do you know where I've seen moose a lot? Not just to the UP. They were all the fuck over Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
I remember one time driving to a range, not to mention the fucking 30 times on the range that you have to stop shooting because a moose goes out into the range. And guess what? We can't just shoot the motherfucker as much as we want to. You're even on one of those cool little double-decker buses and everything's underneath you. And you're sitting there looking out the window, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're looking dead nut eyes into a fucking bull moose because they're that goddamn big.
Yeah.
I know what a moose looks like. So I'm talking to the car, and they're all on their phones and doing life in the electronic world. I'm like, I just saw a moose. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I knew they didn't believe me. On the car ride home, me and my wife are arguing about how much money I'm spending on hobby boxes. And she is absolutely right. And I'm spending way too much money and need to stop. But that's not the point.
I know. I've been cursed out as well. Both of us are being cursed out for this as well. So don't feel like you're alone in this. I agree.
Oh my God. I have many husbands out there too, I'm sure. And wives, if you're hollering at them, righteously so. Rock on. We are spending too much, but I don't know how to stop. I know I got 2 more packs today. I'm like, no. But anywho, so all of a sudden, my another really good friend of ours, he's probably going to be one of our local bear aficionados. If he ever, I don't know, I'll shoot him a text. But anywho,
I would appreciate that very much.
Yeah. So me and the wife are talking back and forth, and he goes, oh, hey, look, there's a sign. And it said, obey your wife. I'm like, fuck you, Michigan. Here you go again. Just fucking me in the ass, man. If it's not with your left turns, with these stupid fuck off signs.
I know exactly where that sign is located.
And so I looked at Biggie and I was like, I didn't see it. It's not fucking real. I want 5 hobby boxes. And he's, oh yeah, like that fucking moose. And I looked at him and I said, I know you guys didn't believe me about the moose, but I don't fucking care because it was real.
I saw it. I don't care.
So not fucking, I'm telling you, dude, my wife had the universe guiding her because it was the perfect amount of time. And she's all of a sudden in the back and she goes, because like me and Biggie are just like kind of laughing at that moment. And then it was one of those things, right? Like it got quiet for about a half second. And the wife goes, oh, yeah, I suppose you didn't see that sign either. And I went, what sign? And she went, fuck you.
Straight up missed it.
Me and Vicky looked at each other, dude, and busted out. Dude, we laughed for probably 5 fucking minutes. And after we got done laughing, she goes, no, I was just kidding. It was something about Christmas. God damn it, woman. Of course it didn't say fuck you. It's just
You're like, of course not.
oh my God. But it was just a weekend filled with love, laughter, many new friends. Silvino. I'm so glad I said that right. Yes, a new friend of mine, very good friend of mine. I'm super excited to start our pen pal. He's going to be teaching me better Spanish.
Yes, you need, and in turn, you need to teach me and maybe some other listeners.
And I'll teach the other listeners. And he asked that I help him speak better English.
Ooh,
so
there you go.
My grandma Jill is rolling over in her grave right now at the thought of me teaching somebody English, but I think my very colorful, fluid background in the English language is going to come in.
I believe it will come out and be just excellent English. Proper English.
Thank you, good sir.
Yes.
A proper tart to us all. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. It's something we say.
It's something we say now. A proper tart to us all. On the other thing. But anything else on your end?
I'll just shout out tomorrow. We will be recording with Janelle from Crowding the Play podcast. We will be talking about Major League Baseball and the possibility of the playoffs where the Brewers and the Chicago Cubs will be duking it out over the next month for playoff supremacy.
Playoff push. And by tomorrow, for those of you listening to this tomorrow, we will be talking to that person today and then be gifting it to you on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
We love you all. Thank you so much for the continued support. Click subscribe, like, holla at us if you can, but always remember to smile. Smile. You never know who didn't realize somebody else saw them that day.
We'll see you all Thursday.